This would probably be a flaps 15 or maybe even a flaps 25 takeoff.
Okay. You like budget scenery, Nurgle? Yeah. This hasn't released yet. No, that's correct. Zil3, yep. We got a big crowd here. I think it's time for a giveaway while I prepare for this takeoff over to O'Hare. So let's give away a gift certificate to the org store. Xplane.org store gift certificate. We'll say one snack up to. We'll go small this time. We'll go 5,000. 5,000 snackaroos. Let's go ahead and start that. You do have to be here to claim, though. So there you go. Ticket raffle for Xplane Org Store gift certificate open to all users. Each ticket costs one snack. You can buy a maximum of 5,000. I'll hold short of the runway and then I'll do some programming here. Just a moment. Who won the landing? I don't even know. Was it DS Joel who got the landing rate? Maybe. Val dudes, yeah, we're in the max, the 737 max, baby. In fact, I need to get this a little bit lower like that. There we go. How you doing, Val dudes? DS Joel got it? Okay. Exclamation add 333 to DS Joel. It's not released yet, Rousseau. Nope, not released yet. Hey, Hulkmania's here. Sorry if I'm missing a ton of people. There's a lot of chat going on right now. Jay Baird's here. Congratulations, DS Joel. Alright, I'm going to hold short here of 2-2 left. And we're going to reprogram here for takeoff. So I'll come up here, we'll put lights on, taxi light off, strobe and steady. Pressurization's fine, the same. We can keep that the same. We'll bug up like 148, 52. That's fine. Auto. Uh-oh. I wonder if this will work. Watch this. I'm going to hold down the menu key for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Corrupted nav data. FMC reset. Okay. Perfect. Alright. So, pause init. Reference airport. KMDW. And we're going to KORD. And do a perfinet. Gross weight. Reserves of 4. Cost index of 55 just because. Cruising at 12,000. Not worried about the cruise winds right now. Outside temperature plus 14. No D rate. Takeoff flaps 5. CG of 24.1. Trim of 4.12. V1117. VR118. V2133. Departures 22 left. Out of midway. Prozac, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I was doing something else. Sorry.
Should I do just a vector departure? Or should I do the Sisser 2 or the Midway 5?
They usually give us the. Depends where you're going. Where are you going to go to next?
We're just going to. I'm just testing, so it really doesn't matter. But assume you're going north.
Yeah, Midway 5 is what we usually get, but it's almost a radar vector departure.
Okay. Activate that. That all looks good. Legs page. All right. Now we're going to do an arrival. And I don't know what we should arrive. I guess we'll just do 27 left. We'll do an ILS this time. 27 left.
Take it down to Indy. That's a short 40-minute flight.
I got to show off the airport, the new Chicago O'Hare. Yeah, we can go by a Vogler. That's fine. All right, legs page. We'll leave the discontinuity in there for now. No, actually we won't. Bring that up there. Alright. Now let's see if I can arm my LNAV. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, auto brake set to RTO. See, keep the same squawk code. Everything looks good. We're gonna be doing it completely different though. When Prozac and I do shared cockpit, we're gonna do it by the book. I'm not doing it by the book right now, but all right, flaps 5.
What we'll do is we'll develop a snack air book.
Yeah, exactly. Can you option out of the glare? I don't know if you can. I don't think you can. And you're right. From some angles, like that angle, it's perfect, right? From that angle, it's no glare. But from
IRL,
straight on,
you don't get glare off these things unless the sun's reflecting off of it just right.
I tried to find it in the tablet P-Clack, so I think that'll be one of the things that is an option. I'm hoping, but I don't know yet.
Yeah, those screens are more matted, so you don't get really much of a reflection at all.
No. All right, let's taxi into position. Oh, the other thing too, I don't know if this is in a later update, but I learned that you can detach the tablet, guys. Did you guys know that? I didn't even know that. So when you can also bring up like for example, if apparently there is a document viewer, so I think it's probably an Avitab, maybe it's charts or something. You can put in like a PDF of your sim brief, and then you could program, you know, looking at your sim brief. It's so awesome. I learned that from Q8 Pilot. I was like, really? You can detach the tablet. It's probably good for VR purposes. And then I think you just click it back on. I hope. Yeah. That's pretty cool. Alright, here we go. By the way, Prozac, you can answer people on voice if you want to. Or in chat, either way. Alright, sound coming up temporarily in the John Fly stream. Before I take off, though, I'm going to line up and we'll draw a winner. Let's draw a winner right now for the org store gift certificate. Good luck, everyone. You must be here to win. Lining up on runway 22 left. Oh, baby. Alright. Let's bring up the competition. We got a lot of people in. Here we go. Here we go.
What are your flaps set at real quick, John?
5.
Yeah, midway you'd be probably 15 or maybe even 25.
Okay, we'll go flaps 15. Thank you.
I've actually done flaps 25 takeoffs out of midway.
Wow. All right, here we go. Let's do this, duders. Oops, that didn't work.
Let's do this, dudes. Are you ready? Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Yes! Go! Yes! 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 Freedom!
We got 2 minutes to claim. 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 2 minutes to claim. You just have to be here. Just say something. Winner. Oh, he did. He claimed. Congratulations to C206 Stationaire. You are the winner. Thank you. Please send me a direct message on Discord. And also, P-Clax, if you're here, you won the airport scenery earlier. Also, direct message me on Discord so I can get that into the list of priority. Alright. Here we go. Sounds up. If I can break off. Oh, there's a Real World Southwest coming in. Right there in front of me. Is he landing somewhere else? What in the world is he doing? I don't know what he's doing.
80 knots. V1 rotate. Positive rate.
You're up. I was a little bit slow. Auto
Your engines
throttle.
are over temp in there. They shouldn't be doing that. I'll put that in the notes too.
Yeah. I should have got a freshie because I think my plane's a little bit. Yeah, the VTEC. I do fly P3D Capono, yeah. I did a flight the other day in the 777 and one in the 747 and one in the A2A Skyhawk, yeah.
John, what's your top instrument gauge? Is that the N1 fan speed?
It says.
I should know this, but looking at the sim.
It's N1, EGT, and N2, yeah.
So N1. So you're N1 oversped on takeoff. So
I saw that. It went to like a red.
I'll just put that in the notes. We'll put that in the notes because these new LEAP engines will not let you do that.
I'm going to go direct to Vogler.
$1,000 to go.
I didn't do a proper setup of my altitudes, etc. Freshie needs to be in no-mo, yeah. Does the hardware MCP not work with the Max? Pick a 5-string. It might. I'm going to have to try that. Yeah. How did you select Toga? Okay, so again, I did not start the plane fresh, and I should have probably for the second flight. That time, I used the normal Toga button, but my auto throttle was off, and there was a couple other issues. So that was all my fault.
A good FO would have caught that and set that power for him.
Yeah. ZNY, how are you doing? This is a ultimate beta of the 737 Max. Yep. All right, I'm going to get rid of that, and we're going to reverse that, and we're going to pull up the, I can't remember what I did. Let's see, the approach was ILS 27 left. So ILS 27 left via Vogler. Perfect. Perfect. I need to be at Nerma at 9,000. So actually, I'll bug in 9,000 now. And I can climb up. We climb up at 3,000, that's fine. And I'll stay below 250 knots. Flaps. Oh, I thought flaps were clean, but they weren't. We're slow enough, it was okay. How do you cap FPS in X-Plane? Well, like vertical sync will do it. Ooh, wow, that's really shooting up there. Let's do flight level change like as suggested. You can turn that on in the graphics settings. Yeah, vertical sync.
1,000 to go.
Any news on the 700? No, I haven't heard anything on the 700. There's a couple of YouTube videos that are on my YouTube channel that I'm flying. I got at least 2, if not 3 flights in the 700 on my YouTube channel that you can check out if you haven't already. The reflections from that angle are pretty good. But yeah, I'd like the option to turn them off. That'd be nice. You can't, Shanker. Not yet, anyway. It's not a public beta per se. It's a closed beta. All right, there's 9,000. Flaps are clean. I'm going to set up the ILS frequency now, which is 110.5. I'll set this one on this side using the old-fashioned way. And then this one I'll set via plane command. Set.
Pitch hold on.
Set nav to 110.50.
Altimeter 2811.
Set nav to 110.50.
NAV2 set to 110.5.
In the near future, John, you don't have to say that. That'll be set for you. Because you'll have an awesome FO.
Exactly. All right, I'm going to set my course of 273. And I'll set that on both sides because my FO's asleep. This current FO is out. I'm going to hire a new one. Not the one on audio, but the one in the sim. Yeah, we'll stay at 9,000. Little bit of sound. So, okay, now I can pay attention to chat for a moment. It's the latest real-world cockpit with all the LCD displays and new engines. There's a lot of glass, yeah. And hopefully in time, this thing mirrors the real-world Max as much as possible. You know, kind of like as much as the Zibo models the 800, right? But I just want to say thanks to the Ultimate team for allowing me to show this and have this in my hangar. It's a real honor to have them give the go-ahead for streaming it, and yeah, it's an exciting time in the sim. You can say it out loud, Prozac. They need to refine their engine start sequence. Thank you, C206.
Zibo's engine start sequence, the engine doesn't even motor.
I noticed
When you go to ground, you know, the RPMs should start winding up to about 25%. It doesn't. I noticed yesterday it didn't start doing that until I threw gas to the engine.
best freeware situation you can have, though. It's my favorite plane. Can you show the screens a little bit closer? You bet. Yeah, so you've got, let me try this angle here. So you've got, and I can change these, right? So I can switch this to system, which shows my brake temperatures, rudder, elevator, ailerons, and hydraulic pressures. And then I can switch the engines on. And then, as we were showing earlier, you can switch these. I can throw those over to that side and have a bigger ND display here, which is kind of cool. I like that option. Yeah, Prozac Taylor 114 is asking what is meant by motor or motoring. XP Aviator, how you doing?
Yeah, let me
Live
answer
fly
this.
guy.
Over audio might be easier.
Yeah.
We don't throw fuel to the engines until they spin up to about 25% N2 RPM. So what motoring is, when you take your start switch to ground and you have the APU pressure, it's starting a motor, and it's getting that engine, the internal fan, to spin up to 25%. That's motoring, and I'm looking for that N2 to get to 25% before I throw fuel to it. I can throw fuel to it as low as 20%, but we're really wanting to get it to 25%. That's what motoring is. And on the Max, what's really frustrating with the Max is there's a shaft inside, the internal shaft on the inside of the engine. It's intentionally built with a bow in it. And so we have to let that engine motor for about 3 minutes for that bow to heat up enough, that shaft to heat up enough where that bow comes out. That's why the max takes so long, because we sit there and we have to sit there and let it motor for about 3 minutes before we can throw fuel. And what this does not have modeled is on your EGT gauge, actually the word in white will say motoring. And we have to wait for that motoring word to go away before we can throw fuel, raise a start lever to get gas, to get the engine really started. If that makes sense.
How's that sound, Taylor? Any questions? You get a lot of TCAS alerts. This is awesome. Motorboating.
Answer Tester's question about how early do you drop gear on approach. It depends. That's usually one of the best ways to get the plane to slow down. So if I'm going into Ontario, California, where we're always steep and we're always really high, the way you get these planes to come down fast is drop gear and use boards. And it comes down pretty fast when you do that. It's just not comfortable for the passengers. Realistically, around 2,000 feet above the airport is a good place to. If I'm on approach coming in, or when I'm 2,000 feet above the touchdown zone, that's a good time to drop the gear.
Okay, I'm vectoring myself to the waypoint Nerma. We're on the ILS 27 left for Chicago O'Hare. Verify our frequencies. Yep. I'm slowed down to 230 knots. Gear equals belly brakes. Oh, yeah. Alright, I'm going to switch this to approach. Oh, that's kind of nice.
One of the things that's hard with flying the Max 2 is if you do a 3 or 4 day in a Max, the next time you fly a 700, 800, you're looking in the wrong place for the flap gauge, and you're looking for the wrong place for the auto brakes, because you get so used to looking at it for somewhere else different than this one.
Yeah, auto brake being down here. Now, the other thing too that I would, if I were a pilot and I was swapping between, say, an 700 or an 800 in the Max, I also would probably on occasion think that I'm in a plane that's 18 inches lower or 18 inches higher. What you were talking about, your sight lines. So, because 18 inches is 18 inches.
Yeah, you don't really notice it until you're down doing the walk around, because everything is so much higher. The engine's higher, the wing's so much higher, but from the cockpit, it doesn't look that much different. And like I said, they've got those spoilers that automatically deploy. So your landing attitude the picture looks the same too. They said if they didn't have that spoiler system, the landing attitude would be totally different. But they had to get it looking very similar to get the FAA to buy off on it. And the Max actually handles a lot like an 800.
Need to be at 2200 at TAFs. Okay. There we go. There's the loc capture, hopefully. Yep. Oh, it's really correcting. That may not be correct. Heading, select. Oh, yep, we got a problem. So that's okay. That's a laminar bug. When you engage the ILS approach mode too early, sometimes it will do that veer off to the left. So that's okay. I can hand fly it down to a closer approach, or closer approach.
This kind of stuff happens in real life. What just happened with the ILS. And John, you did the right thing. Just kick off the autopilot, get it back where you want, and re-engage it.
Yeah. Just kind of self-vector myself down. Take over. Trim. Got a TCAS alert going. Vertical profile is a little bit... Alright, there we go. I can be at bash at 5,000. So I'm actually going to slow down a little bit. Excuse me. Get way slowed down. And I'm going to arm the loc there.
Yeah, John, your FO's doing a really, really poor job today. He forgot to take your RTO off too.
I set the auto brake for midway, I promise.
Yeah, we get the auto. You get the auto brake do not engage light on right now.
Roger. All right, let's do this here. Flaps 30. So we're gonna 129 is VREF. E-bends at 4,000.
2,500.
1,000 to go.
Slowing way down. We'll just go to 180 for now.
Are you in an overspeed right now?
No, 205. The problem is I had too many flaps, so I'm going to take my
1,000 to
flaps
go.
back
Okay.
a little bit.
I didn't realize your flaps were. I was going to write that up in the notes. Just say the overspeed clicker wasn't going off, but
Yeah.
it wouldn't in this case. Don't forget to write that up, John.
Roger.
Otherwise, you're going to force a unscheduled plane change later, and some other captain's going to get mad at you.
Exactly.
By the way, guys, these planes tattle on us. In real life, if we overspeed the flaps, we try to get it written up, because usually you can continue
1,000 to
flying
go.
these things for a few days, and then maintenance has to inspect it. Problem is when people don't write it up, and then every 2 weeks they pull the data cards and it's going to flash an overspeed. Well, if it hasn't been inspected, that plane's grounded on the next landing, and so now you're forcing a crew that's flying it to have to sit there and do an unplanned plane change, which is a pain in the butt, because now it's putting you late. You got to wait for another plane to come in, and now you're going to be 2-3 hours late.
Mm-hmm. Chicago Tower just told me to slow to 160. That's pretty slow this far out.
Do you guys like the commentary, or is it distracting?
I love it, but they're like, well, we'd rather have you stream than John fly. That's what I would say. All right, there's 2,200.
Yeah, I wish I could do a pop-up video. Just have the little bubbles pop up. I could type
Yeah.
stuff in.
Yeah, like VH1. Yeah. All right,
Well,
she's
everybody
captured.
here, any views I give, they're strictly my own. They don't represent the company that I work for.
Purely for entertainment purposes. Disclaimers in play. All right, yeah, get your landing rates in now. Should we let it auto land or?
I think you need both autopilots on to get the autoland to work, don't you?
Oh, it's using reserve fuel as well. Yeah, I have both on right now.
Altitude set.
It's in
I've never
fact,
done an autoland, so I can't help you here. You're on your own.
I don't know if I should do it or not. Actually, I should practice my hand flying. Should we let it auto land, guys, just to test it? Or no? No. Real men don't auto land, right? Try an auto land? Dang it. You want to see an auto? All right, fine. I'm not a real man today. All right.
I've heard it on good authority that Southwest does not do autoland.
I've heard Delta doesn't either. And American and JetBlue. I would if I were in Category 3 conditions for funsies, if I was certified. All right. They want to see an autoland. Let's get this back. Let's see if it flares. Oh. Wow. That was actually pretty good. 319.
80 knots.
We gotta get that auto brake off right now. That was pretty cool. Flaps 0.
Flaps going up all the way.
It looks like on that autoland, my spoilers may not have engaged. I don't know. We'll watch the replay. But what's needed for autoland? Basically, you set up your ILS frequencies in. You set up your ILS frequencies in both Nav 1 and Nav 2, and then you just get on the profile. You don't have to set these courses. These are more for just reference, but if you set the ILS course on both sides, that helps. And then you have to hit Command A and Command B, or as Prozac would say, autopilot 1 and 2.
I was just joking about the Command A and Command B. Actually, I've started using that a lot myself.
Have you really? Okay, you were just giving me a hard time. And really, I should disengage autopilot there.
But for a while, it was only the former AirTran guys that were doing that.
Did you guys notice that the auto throttle automatically disengaged there rather than? So that was kind of cool. Sorry, where does Southwest park? They don't park in this area, do they? Oh, they don't. It's a trick question. They don't fly to O'Hare. Trick question. This is Nimbus, Chicago O'Hare version 3.3, new update. So if you own it, re-download it for the new update. Can the PDF be maximized to fill the entire display? What are you referring to on that? Last Autoland was in Luxembourg in freezing fog a couple of months ago. So,
John, I think I know what he's asking about the PDF. You have to display the engine instruments on one of the two sides, so you can switch it back and forth. Either the pilot can
on the PFD, it means okay,
or the FO can have it. But no, it's got to be. They both can't be the full widescreen.
Yeah, he wants to know if you can. I think he's asking if you can actually, also if you can. Oh, I see what he's saying. Yeah. It would be nice one day for how these to be detachable. I don't think they are right yet, or if they will be. But just giving you a little tour here of Chicago. Southwest does not go here. They like Midway. Looks like a great airport though. We'll just pretend that the gate is here. So before we turn into the gate, let's be courteous. Oops, overshot that gate a little bit.
Boy, it'd sure be nice if you didn't have to touch those FO lights.
I know. I got a stab out of trim light too. I don't know how to get rid of that. Probably change the trim.
Actually, you have to call maintenance on that one because the stab's not lined up with what the trim says it should be.
Oh, okay.
There is actually an abnormal procedure for that light.
There is a winter texture included with this airport, but I didn't load it up. Mostly because the ortho Serenity, which I thought I had, is not winter. But yeah. Just
Can I tell you guys a funny little story?
Oh, I see what it's doing. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, if we go back inside, there's a warning when the Max first came on. There's a maintenance light that we are not allowed to take off with a maintenance light. And they're talking there's an amber maintenance light on the upper overhead panel. That's the one they're talking about. The problem is there's another maintenance light that shows up in your map display. John, if you could hit the sys button.
Okay.
It should be just to the right of the auto brake.
Yep, there you go.
Let's see if it does it in this one. It's where you pull up the hydraulic data. You're going to see there's a little maintenance light that'll come up there too. Nah, it didn't do it. On our planes, when this screen comes up, just below the hydraulics, there's a little white box that says maintenance. And a lot of guys were interpreting that to be the maintenance light that we weren't allowed to take off. So maintenance was getting tired because they kept getting called out to fix the jet. When it's actually just a cursor button that they can use to get into some diagnostic stuff. But anytime you get a new plane, you got to iron out new procedures that haven't been fully thought through.
Quick replay here. This gorgeous approach. Nacelle. Those engines look good.
John, can you zoom in on those engines? Do they have the scalloped tail cone, for lack of a better word?
I don't know. You tell me.
You can scroll in kind of sideways on the engine, really close. Yep, I got the scallop.
I wonder if the 18 inches is modeled, the height difference.
It's for the engines. These engines are a lot bigger. They need the more ground clearance because these are bigger engines than the GEs.
Who makes these engines?
Or the as I stutter. The Leap is a GE engine.
Oh, but okay. CFM.
Yep, he's got the tail skid modeled. You can see it just below the bottom of the tail.
A little bit of wing flex there. All right, I'm going to turn the sound up for a moment.
Yeah, see, the spoiler should be popping right now.
Yeah, they didn't.
And now the full ground spoiler should come up.
There we go. Pretty much center line there.
And one more way to grade a good landing is as long as the center line's between the two main gear.
You know what? I think I should have started fresh from that on that second leg, and then I think my spoilers would have worked, because I think they did work on my first landing. I remember I had to put them down, so that was probably just simisms. So I think if you start fresh on your first leg, you're gonna have those spoilers pop up, no problem. Or I didn't arm them. That's the problem. I did not arm them. We got a subscribe.
24 months feels like yesterday.
We gotta subscribe.
We got a subscribe. Yeah, that was my fault, Prozac, that the spoilers didn't come out. Oh wait, they're out now. Look at that. That's weird. And then they went down automatically, so they were out, but they were late. They did extend. Yeah, Heli Pilot. Yeah. Thank you for the subscribe. We got Alex Hoke with the subscribe. Thank you for the support. It could be a replay thing, yeah, maybe. But I think they did go up there, yeah. Anyway, that's the max. I'll be streaming it more, guys. Thank you, Prozac. Appreciate it. Can you stick around for a second after the stream?
Yeah, I'll stick around.
Okay. If you want to say goodbye to anyone, let me know. Thanks, guys, for being here.
Bye, everybody. I hope the commentary was helpful.
We love Prozac. Thank you very much. Oh, 737 Cloudy Box. Also streaming the max. Be sure to give 737 Cloudy Box a follow, guys. Right there. Click on his name. Give the man a follow. He's a part of the team that's working on the max and other planes. So thank you for coming in here, 737 Cloudy Box. Give that man a follow right now. They will automatically deploy with reversed engaged. Okay. Sweet. All right, thanks, guys. Let's go over and talk to my friend here in the stream. Give him some O-Snack love. Love you all, and see you very soon. Carrie!